everybody, welcome to Full Spectrum Wrestling's very first television show. It's Shooting from the Hip, it's getting over TV. I don't know why we're here, I don't know what we're talking about, but that's what Full Spectrum Wrestling and Shooting from the Hip is all about, obviously. I'm Caleb Seltzer, and joining me...
More importantly, it's the talent TJ Richter. I'm center, so I'm the most important one. You're off to the side, and that's fine. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm the talent TJ Richter. We have no idea what we're doing here. It's literally a bunch of guys thrown together in a studio, and we're going to make a show. And we're going to talk about wrestling. We're going to talk about the show we had this weekend. Go, Caleb. You're the boss. God, you're the boss.
We're here to talk about Full Spectrum Wrestling's next live event Friday, March 23rd at the Corky Road Club in Fall River, Massachusetts. Corky. Fitting description of what Full Spectrum Wrestling is. Corky.
My favorite Life Goes On character.
You like him?
I do. Continue.
Fall River, Massachusetts, our Fall River debut, Full Spectrum Wrestling. Well, let's talk about a little bit about Full Spectrum Wrestling, what we've been doing in the company, promotion, however you want to put it, for all of you watching on the Rainham Channel's live stream, or are watching it live on Rainham Television, wherever that is. We have no clue. If you're watching, good for you. We're sorry. All complaints on Facebook, Twitter. Just hit up Matt Burns. Matt Burns.
You are off to a sinking start.
This is
fantastic.
a sinking ship. TJ, let's talk about Full Spectrum. Oh, we got our first phone call, obviously. I hear phone ring.
I hope not.
Someone's booting us off the air.
There's no phone calls here, is there? Please.
Yes. Why wouldn't there be? It's a great television
Keep
program.
talking, stupid.
Yeah. So, TJ, you've been on board with Full Spectrum Wrestling since it began in mid-2011. Now we're in 2012. So let's... Oh, camera angles changed. So let's... TJ, you were the voice of Full Spectrum Wrestling with Joey Eastman for a while. And how's Full Spectrum Wrestling treating you so far in 2011, going into 2012? How's that going?
Fantastic. How is Full Spectrum Wrestling treating Joey Eastman? Where did he go? He was supposed to be the host of this whole thing. I had to step in and take over for him. People are slacking. I got to do everybody's job here, including yours.
What do you mean mine?
Let's go, Caleb.
Why? Of course I'm here hosting the show. I make all the matches, I make all the decisions, and I keep everybody in line.
You're the voice of
the voice of
SSW.
authority.
All right.
They ran out of people to put in charge, so they put me in charge.
Show me your authority, fella. What do we have?
Well, let's talk right now about the card coming up on March 23rd at the Corky Road Club in Fall River, Massachusetts. Let's talk about Brian Fury and Sebastian Reese. Brian Fury, a huge New England wrestling star, wrestles all over the territory, has wrestled some of the best names that have ever come through this territory. Why am I talking to a sideline camera? I don't know why. So I'll talk to you instead of TJ Richter. Sebastian Reese, big city.
Stop breaking the fourth wall. Let's talk about wrestling. Sebastian Reese, I don't really know much about him. Big guy, fantastic wrestler from what I've seen, but I really don't know too much about him. And he's working with wrestling Brian Fury.
You know a lot about Brian Fury.
I've wrestled Brian Fury before. This man, probably one of the best in this area today. If you have a chance to see Brian Fury, you can't go wrong. And we have him. So, FSW, come on down. What's the date on that, my friend?
That is Friday, March the 23rd at the Corky Road Club in Fall River, Massachusetts, 602 3rd Street. Tickets just $10, TJ. You can't beat that for professional wrestling these days.
That's a good price. That is our main event.
That does look like our main event, our second co-main event, if you will. Golden Sean Burke. Huge dude, right? Taking on another huge dude. Enforcer Max Bauer, making his debut in FSW. What do you think, Max Bauer? You know quite a lot about Big Max Bauer, TJ Richter. Let's do a little history lesson here about Max Bauer.
Me and DNA and how he was my bodyguard and how he couldn't hold things together. He can't get the job done in any situation, so I cannot support Max Bauer, the enforcer.
He beat you up a couple times. Come on, doesn't make him that bad of a guy.
Not one time.
A couple times, you and big dude and little dude, he beat all you up for a while.
In New England Championship Wrestling, this was about maybe 4 years ago, we were in DNA. It was him, myself, and Scott Reed, also another fantastic wrestler you should see. And he turned his back. He turned his back on me and Scott Reed, and I had to teach him a lesson. Somehow he walked away with the NECW Championship, but he didn't have it for long. I think you know why.
Because of you.
No, somebody beat him.
Right.
I don't even know who. Why am I here?
Let's move. We're asking the same question. Let's move on to another match, a huge match. Taka Suzuki, Jason Blade 2. Huge encounter. We'll be talking to Jason Blade a little bit later on in this broadcast, I guess. The investment, Antonio Atama. The investment. Atama. I don't know who this guy is, but he decides he
You're
wants to be here.
fantastic. You don't even know.
Fantastic.
It's okay for me not to know who anybody is because I don't really care. But you're supposed to know these things.
I was thrown into the job.
How much preparation
I've never met this guy.
Let's move things on.
By the way, he's going to be in action. And another match.
How much time do we have here?
We have a few minutes, and we're trying to eat up an hour. JT Dunn, the Juice, goes one-on-one with BMT, Brendan Michael Thomas. They had a great collision. That's the second match that they're going to have.
Brendan Michael Thomas, the Prince of Pink.
Prince of Pink, the Pink Wonder Boy. Pink Boy Wonder.
What about him?
BMT.
Yeah.
One of the shining light heavyweights.
I'm going to leave in a second if you don't start actually. I have a segment coming up. You tell me I have a big star coming up, like an indie star. You have a surprise
Nothing
for
green
me.
about this guy at all. This guy's been everywhere. He's done everything. He's a great star for you to interview.
That's all I'm looking for. I want to do my job, do my interview, maybe take off.
We'll have a women's match also on tap for March 23rd at the Corky Road Club. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But when we come back, we're going to get this monstrosity on the road, full-fledged, straight ahead. TJ, you've got an interview segment coming up right after this. This is terrible. JT, you come in after Blade. So Blade.
Really? Caleb told me I was supposed to have a big indie star here, and what do I have? Referee Anthony Green.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I have no idea what or why you're here. I'm supposed to have a star. Maybe I was supposed to get Jason Blade. Maybe I thought Brian Fury was going to come in because we were talking about him.
Okay.
I get you.
Yes. Referee Anthony Green, come on.
So let's do this thing, Anthony Green. Referee, how long have you been doing this around this area, New England?
I've been refereeing for about 2.5 years now, and I've been able to do 3 great FSW shows. So.
Now, is that all you've done? Have you worked for other promotions around the area?
Yeah, actually, thanks to Jose Perez, who's a part of FSW, I'll be going to Connecticut for CTWE. Speaking of CTWE, there'll be a CTWE Shooting Star title match. AJ Cruz will be defending the title at the next show on March 23rd.
Fantastic. Now, one thing I gotta really rely on you right now because my co-host this evening,
In the other room, in the other building.
way over in the other building, apparently has no idea what's going on. I want you to give your perspective. Matches you might be refereeing, how you feel about people, top to bottom. Tell me how you feel.
All right, so first match that I heard you guys talking about via satellite, Brian Fury versus Sebastian Reese.
You gotta go with Brian Fury, right?
I'm going with Brian Fury for the purpose that so far he's had 2 other matches in FSW. One against a former ECW World Heavyweight Champion Justin Credible and defeated him.
Unbelievable match.
Also against former Ring of Honor World Champion Eddie Edwards, and once again came out on top at the first ever show. So far he's defeated 2 former World Heavyweight Champions, and now he's going against a big guy, maybe bigger than both Eddie and Justin Credible, but do they have the experience that they had? Does he have the experience that they had?
Certainly not. Like I said, Brian Fury, best in the company. I'm saying if we have a champion, like FSW is a hub for all the indies. If You want to see somebody around New England, you go to FSW. They'll most likely be there. So what I'm wondering, one day we have a champion of our own. Brian Fury is certainly the man who will take that. What else do you feel about the show? We got Taka on the show.
Taka versus Jason Blade.
Jason Blade.
Taka Suzuki trained in Japan, and obviously he's been wrestling all around New England, doing great for himself. But then you have Jason Blade. He's been up and down the East Coast, all around the United States.
As far as I'm concerned, that's a whole nother level right there.
He's definitely, no offense to Taka, Taka's a very talented wrestler, but Jason Blade is above and beyond Taka Suzuki at this time. Not saying Taka won't learn in time, but experience counts. Experience does matter, and right now it looks like Jason Blade is up here on the Richter scale, if you will.
Are you trying to give my segment a name?
Maybe I am.
I don't like it. Anyway, from what I understand, not only professional wrestling, I hear you are an aspiring comedian.
And of course, you've heard this from everybody, because I am an amazing comedian.
That's what I hear.
Hilarious.
I haven't had the pleasure to sit down and enjoy your jokes, but I would appreciate if you could entertain our audience and myself this evening.
Well, I'd love to tell you guys some jokes. So, want me to do that right here on the broadcast?
No, you didn't start yet, did you?
No, I have not started yet.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
All right. So, why did Snoop Dogg need an umbrella?
I can't wait. Why?
Faux drizzle. Huh? That was good? Pretty good. All right, I have another one for you. All right, how about this? What's brown and rhymes with Snoop?
What?
Dr. Dre. No, you don't. One more, all right? Okay. How much does a dead battery cost?
How much?
Nothing. They're free of charge. That was good. Come on. Come on. Let's be honest here. Eh? Really? It was good. Come on. Free of charge. What? Free of charge. Free of charge. Oof!
That's enough of Anthony Green. We're gonna join Caleb Seltzer back in the other studio. I'm the talent TJ Richter. Thanks, kid. Please, let's go away from this. Oh. Kid, do I have to run? Kid, are you okay? recording the audio. We can show it again.
Why would they show that again?
Dude, that was not that. Bad.
Yo, do mic check.
Check. Hey, I'm talking to you. Hey, yo, way. JT Dunn in the house. Chilling in the club with TJ Richter. This is Rainham Channel. Full Spectrum Channel Wrestling.
Where'd TJ go?
Over there.
The second one was unnecessary.
Nah.
Well, the second one was because I thought we were still.
Everybody, we're back. Please excuse the technical difficulties. We're going to keep on rolling. This thing will be replayed after the broadcast has concluded. TJ, that was a riveting interview with Anthony Green.
You're a jerk. That's all I'm saying, man.
What about me being a jerk?
You said I had a star, and you gave me Anthony Green.
I thought it was a big guess.
You're a mess.
All right, I'm sorry. Well, we're going to move on to our first interview of the evening. This man is a New England standout. Possibly could even be considered a New England legend. He's been around for quite a long time. You know quite a lot about this man. I know a lot about this man. New England knows a lot about this man. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, PWF Northeast star and Full Spectrum Wrestling star, Jason Blade. How are you, sir? Welcome to the show.
Good to see you, bro. All right.
Clip that bad Larry on you.
All right.
All right, how we boys doing?
We're doing fantastic. Jason Blade. March 23rd, Corky Row Club in Fall River, Massachusetts. Jason Blade versus Taka Suzuki 2.
Yeah, you know, Taka, a couple months back, gave me a hell of a match. Gave me, he basically took me to my limits. Great talent. I have a lot of respect for him. I heard you guys earlier talking about, his talent, where he's at. I'll tell you exactly where he's at. He's got it. You know, he's a great athlete, and like I said, he took me to the limit. I'm actually looking really forward to working Taka once again on March 23rd. And you know, Taka, bring your A game because you're going to get it right back from Jason Blade, guaranteed.
Now, your first match with Taka Suzuki, as you've pointed out, very hard hitting, very stiff, very unpredictable. Did you have enough time to prepare that first match, and how are you preparing for the second one?
You know, to be quite honest with you, actually, I didn't really know much about Taka. I actually saw him wrestle 1 week prior to that, and yeah, I tried to do a little bit of scouting report on him, and I really wasn't sure what to expect. You know, hard hitting, absolutely. It was very hard hitting. It was very intense. You know, he laid into me just as hard as I laid into him. And, you know, I can definitely expect the same coming up on March 23rd, and as can he, because granted you hit hard, but I'll hit you harder.
Very well played. Let's talk about your match from over the weekend. PWF Northeast presented Genesis 11 in Providence, Rhode Island. Jason Blade, you were involved in a very high-profile match with the king of old school, Steve Carino, for the PWF Universal Heavyweight Championship. You are a former PWF Triple Crown winner, winning the junior heavyweight, the tag team, and of course the heavyweight championship over PWF Northeast Wrestling, and you took on Steve Carino for the fourth title, the major title in PWF Wrestling. Tell us about that match.
You know, Steve Carino is by far one of the greatest wrestlers, you know, in the world. He's been everywhere. He's been, you know, down in Japan, down working in Noah, obviously Ring of Honor. I've got nothing but respect for Steve Carino. It was a complete honor to be in the ring with him. You know, would I love to do it again? Absolutely. You know, because yeah, as you know, Steve came out on top of that match, and yeah, I was this close from beating him, Caleb. And honestly, Steve Carino, if you're watching this, if we get to do it again, the outcome's going to be different, I promise.
Let's talk a little bit about your experiences elsewhere, outside of New England. You are a former FIP Wrestling Tag Team Champion with Ring of Honor star Kenny King. Tell us about your experiences down in Florida.
Full Impact Pro was incredible. It was, you know, it's definitely, I had a great opportunity down there with me and my tag team partner, Kenny King. We actually held the FIP World Tag Team titles down there for over a year. We worked a lot of great talent, a lot of great wrestlers. You know, obviously, a couple guys that come to mind. You know, Roderick Strong. You know, Austin Aries, the Briscoe brothers. You know, Eric Stevens. The list goes on and on. You know, the talent that we had down there that we faced. You know, it was a great run that Kenny King and I had, and you know, that's put in the past. And you know, now, you know, I'm focusing more on, you know, on my singles career, and you know, come March 23rd with Taka, you know, I plan on making, you know, an impact like I always do.
You've been around for quite a long time, Jason Blade. You're still young. You're still at it. What are your goals now, long term, in professional wrestling?
You know, it's funny because I've actually gotten this. I've gotten this question a lot lately. You know, being 27 years old. You know, a lot of people are saying, hey, you know, what are you looking to do? You're looking to get into WWE. You're looking to get into Ring of Honor. How about TNA? What about, you know, back down at Full Impact Pro? And to be honest with you, I mean, I'm busting my butt and I'm going in there and I'm wrestling anybody who they put in front of me and anybody who, you know, is across the ring from me. You know, and whether it's down at, you know, Ring of Honor, whether it's down at Full Impact Pro, you know, I'm ready. You know, I've always been ready. You know, and it's just a matter of getting that phone call, and you know, if they want me to be there, I'll be there. You tell me who I'm facing, and I'll beat them.
Now, in the meantime, you're here in Full Spectrum Wrestling, another place to wrestle, another place to showcase your talents. Your goals in Full Spectrum Wrestling?
Well, obviously, my short-term goal, I would say, you know, it's defeat Taka. You know, I know what to expect from Taka, and Taka, you don't know what to expect from me. You see, you may think you know, but you don't. You see, Taka, you're going to be a stepping stone to what is to come for Jason Blade, because ultimately my plan is to be the top guy.
TJ, you got anything?
Quite frankly, I always thought of you as a nice guy. We've been this 10 years together.
Absolutely.
Many promotions, but looking at you right now, I see something in your eye, a little mean streak. You look like you got something ready to let out on Taka.
Well,
in this next show.
You know, TJ, it's, you know, I wouldn't, you know, let's just call it built frustration. You know what I mean? you know, I hear a lot of talk about, you know, all the new and up-and-comers and, you know, the Takas and, you know, the Antonio Tamas and the JT Dunns. And, you know, you tend to get a lot of that, you know, hey, it's, you know, Jason Blade's a thing of the past. Well, you know what? I'm going to show everybody that Jason Blade is not a thing of the past. So stay tuned on March 23rd because you're going to see exactly what Jason Blade's all about.
That's exactly what I want to hear from you, Caleb.
Let's switch gears. We know you're a great professional wrestler, but you're still a fan of professional wrestling. And before we went on the air live, we were discussing something about what's been going on in the WWE lately. You're appalled by this Natalya Neidhart farting thing, aren't you?
I am. I honestly feel like that is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen in my life. I am actually a big fan of Natalya. I've met her a few times, and she is a great girl, great athlete. Probably one of the talented women in that roster. And to see the way they're treating them treating her, I should say, is just disgusting. You know. Like I said, you know, she's got by far more talent in one finger than probably that entire you know, roster does. And to see, you know, them doing this stupid, you know, farting angle is beyond me. You know, and I actually heard that Maria, a former WWE diva, actually mentioned something and shared her dislike with the angle. And you know what, Maria, I'm completely behind you on that one because it's just it's appalling and it's ridiculous.
We just got a tweet up here at the studio. Say something about JT Dunn?
Say something about JT Dunn.
All right, that's a question. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, like I said, you know, the Juice JT Dunn, you know, he's a great worker, great athlete. I've yet to have the opportunity to step foot in the ring with him. I would like to, you know, because again, he's one of the up and comers that I'm hearing. You know, the JT Dunn, you know, how talented he is. Well, you know what, JT Dunn, show me how talented you are. I want you to show me exactly what JT Dunn, the Juice, is all about. You know, so JT Dunn, if you can hear this, and I know you'll probably be on the show here later on tonight, you know, just take it as a call out, take it as, you know, as what you will. But you know, just know that, you know, I know who JT Dunn is, and I'll be watching, brother. And best, you know, wish you the best of luck.
I have a feeling that tweet came from the handle @TheJuice with 3 E's. But let me ask you one last question before we let you go. You've spoken a lot about guys like JT Dunn, Taka Suzuki. What is your advice for the youngsters coming up in Full Spectrum Wrestling? Full Spectrum Wrestling is a place to showcase the best young talent in Full Spectrum Wrestling. Your advice for the guys coming up?
Well, don't get in the ring with Jason Blade because I'll tear your head off. That's number one. But no, to be honest with you, you know, all kidding aside, I mean, you know, just work at what you do, you know, and you know, work hard, you know, and never take no as an answer, you know, because Lord knows I've been told no plenty of times. And no, you're not going to make it. No, you can never work in WWE. No, you can't do Ring of Honor. You can't do any of this crap. Well, you know what? I proved everybody wrong, and I still do it to this day. And you know, so that's basically for all the younger guys out there. That's what I would say to you guys. You know, don't take no as, you know, as an answer, and you know, you're going to get shot down a lot in life. You know, don't let it stop you.
Jason Blade versus Taka Suzuki, Friday night, March 23rd at the Corky Row Club in Fall River, Massachusetts. Jason Blade, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
We will be right back right after this black screen logo thing. All right, everybody, we are back here in the studio, and I'm sitting next to Matt Burns.
Matt Burns, who are you, blockhead?
I'm just kidding. That freaking Rican, Jose Perez, the East Coast Intensity. He is in studio. Jose, welcome.
What's going on, Caleb?
Not much, man. Not much, man. We are talking about March 23rd, Fall River, Massachusetts, FSW's debut in that area at the Corky Row Club, 7 p.m. bell time.
It's going to be a great. It's going to be a great event. Some of the top young talent in the area coming out for this particular event. I mean, how can you go wrong with guys like Brian Fury, Sebastian Reese, like you just seen Taka Suzuki versus Jason Blade 2. Later on, you're going to have JT Dunn out here talking about his matchup with BMT. A young gentleman you mentioned earlier that's actually on the flyer, but it's just now going to be revealed this match. The young up-and-comer, the investment, Antonio Atama, and it's Atama, not Atoma. It's Atama, who's going to be facing Nick Fahrenheit at this particular event. Nick Fahrenheit's another young individual that's coming up really quick in this area. This match by far is going to be a top-selling match. You're not going to want to miss it.
Jose, let's talk about what just happened over the weekend. You were very fortunate to be in the ring with Texas legend and professional wrestling legend Rudy Boy Gonzalez. PWF, Team PWF Wrestling versus Team Texas Wrestling Academy at Genesis, six-man match. It was you. What was supposed to be TJ Richter became Keanu the Samoan Warrior, and Vinny Marcellia taking on Rudy Boy Gonzalez and the Texas
I'm going to
Tornadoes.
actually have TJ come out because, you know,
Uh-oh.
TJ's always, what's up, TC's?
Sorry.
Gilligan.
Sorry.
It was a great opportunity to work. The disadvantages were just three individual talents going against three guys that know each other. You know what I'm saying? So it worked. We were happy with it. Turned out well. We got the W, even though it was on Marcelia's dropkick. But at the end of the night, it comes down to who takes the win and goes home.
Yeah, and Rudy Boy Gonzalez was very impressed with seeing PWF.
What happened to you,
buddy.
co-captain?
Why you mad, bro?
Why am I mad? My brain.
It's fried.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well-
I had a match with the Butcher. Well, I didn't have a match. I tried to help my bodyguard, Mr. Monroe. Don't anybody forget that, Mr. Monroe, you are my bodyguard. We will talk about that when we get home. I got thrown trying to protect him into the post.
You hit your head.
Yeah, I hit my head so bad I'm going to be not wrestling for about 2 months, and I don't know what to do.
Let me see something.
You okay?
I just want to...
Well, yeah, can you see this? No?
What's
Okay.
that even mean?
Just checking.
I don't get it.
Something stupid.
On another note, back to Go Hard, Go Home. I mean, by far, like I said, for $10 you can't go wrong. It's gonna be a great event. We have a young ladies match coming up.
Yes, we do.
It's gonna be something a little different. Some young ladies coming up from the area, from New York and New Jersey, making their debut up in this area. It's gonna be
Ada Marie and Desiree Cash in a singles match with Natalia.
Natalia,
as
the first
special
lady
referee.
of FSW.
Good friend of mine.
Is going to be down, and she's going to take care of business. She's going to make sure it's done. So it's a eclectic mix of a lot of different things for everybody. It's definitely not the show to miss this spring, this early spring.
Pro wrestling is a staple in Fall River, Massachusetts, and FSW is making their name known once again Friday, March 23rd, Corky Row Club in Fall River, Massachusetts. Full Spectrum Wrestling
You all right?
makes its debut. You okay?
Okay, you sure? You need a hug.
My co-host.
I'm not hugging. I said you need. I didn't say I was hugging you. I didn't say I was going to hug you. Why don't you tell the production guy we're going to do what we're going to do, go to the next segment? Or not?
Want me to do it for you?
Well, like I said, it's just a matter of time before we get more things done, and you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a great event. It's going to be a good time for all. For $10, you just really can't go wrong. You really just can't go wrong with it.
Jose Perez, thank you so much for joining us on
TJ, why
set.
don't you keep going here a minute? While I
Nice
go take-
glasses, by the way. I like who makes them. They're very snazzy.
I am ready.
Yeah, I like who makes them. All right, buddy. Thank you for the TV time and
Right,
all that
honestly.
stuff. All right, TJ Richter. Coming
What?
up next, we've got an interview with The Juice.
Do we really have to?
Yes, we have to. live here in our Raynham studios. Full Spectrum Wrestling, Shooting from the Hip TV. Getting over TV? We're getting over. We're getting over something. I don't know what we're getting over. But we are definitely getting over Friday night, March 23rd, Corky Road Club, Fall River, Massachusetts, 7 o'clock bell time. Great matches, $10. Don't miss it. I was supposed to, as you can see, my couch is empty. I just got done saying that JT Dunn was going to join me. He drove all this way. I got a phone call saying he was in the parking lot, he was ready to go, and I have notes prepared, and he's not here. So that was what? What do you mean he's in the other room? Apparently JT Dunn is in the other room with TJ Richter. Go ahead.
That's right. You don't get him, I get him. Finally, a star in the area, and he's here with me.
That I am.
The Juice, JT Dunn. How is it? My broski, what are we? I don't know. How do we do this?
We'll just go up here and you can be my brochacho.
Ah, that
Right,
works.
we'll let that fly.
All right, the Juice. You got a big match coming up?
I do. You're correct. I get to again wrestle Brennan Michael Thomas, BMT.
The Prince of Pink.
But I don't understand this, TJ. Usually when you beat somebody, they don't have the right for a rematch. Am I correct?
Usually that seems to be the general flow of things.
See, now, I knocked BMT out the last time, and he pulled some strings, and somehow, some way, on March 23rd, I have to wrestle BMT again. Now, I don't understand what kind of trickery, shisty business BMT is up to, but let me let you all in on this, that I have a backup plan. Call it my insurance policy to make sure that I knock BMT out again, one way or another.
What could possibly be your insurance policy?
Glad you asked.
I know.
Insurance policy, come right in.
I can't wait to see that. What is?
Yeah, see, my insurance is stacked really high. The TV screen doesn't even fit him. Yeah. Yep.
What the?
Look at this guy.
You know what? He's my bodyguard, not yours. He's mine. Look at this. Come here. You see this? That's all mine. I hired it, not you.
Whoa. 7 feet tall. He wants to be down with the bro. He hates BMT just as much as I do. And we have a similar interest here. We want to take over not only FSW, but professional wrestling. Am I right?
You're right, you're right.
It's so big.
Oh, and for those of you at home that can't tell, this is the Barrington Bulldozer, John Monroe.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell who he is.
But you know what? Actually, you know what, TJ, I'm getting sick of you. So we're going to go to the other studio.
But the other studio's so far away. What are you doing? You can't get... You need to take the train and stuff?
Well, there you have it. Juice, JT Dunn, thank you for taking the walk.
Shut up.
Walk over to my studio.
Have a seat. Shut up. Don't talk. Now you can see this beautiful human being they call the Barrington Bulldozer, John Monroe. Now, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves because we're gonna get casual here.
Yeah.
We're sitting on a couch.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Now I know we've met once before,
We have.
and it was one of those times where I was doing my thing in the ring, and this guy decided he was gonna walk out and just try to call the shots on me. You remember that time?
Yes, I did.
I tried to let you be friends with me.
Yep, you tried to get me to fist bump, trying to make me see things your way, but unfortunately, I am for FSW and for the betterment of FSW, and you were trying to pull off some shenanigans, and I said no, and I made you wrestle your match, and I made sure that Amber wrestled her match, and that Natalia got her fair match, and that everybody got their fair match, and everybody went home happy with their doll. Spent.
Is that right on your little notepad? Is that where you got that from?
I did not prepare that myself.
No?
It was all shooting from
Wow.
the hip, buddy.
Shooting from the hip here, huh? Right on TV. This Caleb Seltzer shooting from the hip.
You might have to get a 187.
Yeah, 187.
What about a 187?
Glad you brought that up. Well, being this up-and-coming superstar that I am, I want to let everybody know that March 10th, yours truly, the Juice, JT Dunn, gets to go 1-on-1 with former TNA superstar 187 Homicide. Did you know that?
That is some breaking, huge.
Figure I let that go right here. Shooting from the hip, full spectrum wrestling.
JT Dunn and Homicide.
You know what I'm going to do to Homicide? The same thing I'm going to do to BMT on March 23rd. I'm going to knock him out again.
Cold.
Cold.
Knock him
And in
out
case he
cold.
wants to play some shenanigans,
I'll knock him out too.
7 feet tall. Did
What
I
are
mention
you
that?
doing here, John Monroe? Why are you hanging around this goofball?
Okay, he's good. He needs an insurance policy. Who better than me?
Who better?
Where's your suspenders?
We don't need
Where's your
suspenders. We're
glasses?
stepping up in the world.
Don't tell me you'll be fist pumping too now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're taking a more serious route in professional wrestling now. The fist pumping, see, it's guys like you that see the fist pumping and don't think that JT Dunn is a serious professional wrestling entertainer. I am. Look at my rap sheet. Look at the things that I've done in wrestling.
Look at all the
3
people he
years.
knocked out.
In 3 years, look at what I've done. It would make some people cry. It makes some people's wives get really excited. Can we say that on this kind of television show? I think we can.
yeah.
That's
You just
PG.
did.
I'm PG. You're not PG.
You're not.
I think I'm pretty good. But
You're JPG.
This guy over here. Why let this guy host the show? Why didn't we host the show the whole time?
I have no idea.
Where are we going to be in Fall River again?
we are going to be at the Corky Road
Exactly,
Club.
the Corky Row Club. So everybody, you know in advance, call the emergency system, call all the paramedics that you can get, because not only will I knock out BMT on March 23rd, but John Monroe's going to put him through the ring, right through the middle of it. We're ending BMT. He wanted to come back. He wants to make his return to professional wrestling. Well, you're not going to get past me anymore. Not at all. It's not going to happen. I'm nobody's stepping stone.
And what's going to happen if BMT grabs you by that head of yours,
Oh,
spins
that's
you
not
around,
gonna
and
happen.
drives you right through the canvas with that DDT, huh?
Oh, no, Caleb.
Twisting tornado DDT.
Bank on that. The insurance policy will take care of that.
See? I don't even need to answer the question. I got guys here that answer stuff for me. And
Very
if you
good.
have a problem for it, I'm pretty sure I can just go like this. He'll grab you by your little throat and throw you over there to the next building,
We'll see about
where
that.
your buddy TJ Richter was sitting.
We'll see about that, gentlemen. We'll see about that. Corky Road Club, March 23rd, Fall River, Massachusetts. Full Spectrum Wrestling makes its debut. JT Dunn.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
I don't know what to say, pal. I mean, you are a headache. You are a nuisance. But apparently,
Just shut up, Caleb.
I've been called
Just
worse.
shut up.
apparently the way you're dressed tonight, you're
Like a
taking
professional?
You're taking a very serious stance. I'm actually impressed.
Well, thank you. That means anything, but I appreciate it for what it's worth, I guess, right?
Yeah, we
Who's
don't
this
care
guy?
about
What has
you.
he ever done? Who have you ever beat?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody.
And meat doesn't count.
Full Spectrum Wrestling, JT Dunn versus BMT2, Corky Road Club, Fall River, Massachusetts. JT Dunn, how did you get started in professional wrestling?
How?
How did you get here? Why am I sitting here with you right now?
Because I make examples out of jokes like you.
Right.
Actually, it's a funny story. I was young once, younger than I am right now, because I don't know if you know, I'm only 22 years young,
Unbelievable.
and I'm this good looking. I know, it's
man.
crazy.
Isn't that ridiculous?
It's ridiculous. I don't know. I must be blessed. I must have a beautiful set of parents or something.
You must.
But there's a guy who actually runs this shindig, the FSW whole contraband. His name is Jose Perez. You know that guy?
I do know that guy. He was
Yeah,
just
Matt
here 2
Burns.
seconds ago.
You know that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him very well.
Some alias.
You see, Matt Burns is actually the guy who helped me in professional wrestling. He showed me the ins and outs. Actually, he used to beat me up a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
That's why I'm rough and tough and rugged. That's why I can do the things I can do now, because I was able to endure amounts of pain that people like you probably will never, ever, ever see. But I was able to withstand that, and it made me a better person, a better wrestler, and it got me to go into this wonderful business that I love and meet guys like the Bulldozer John Monroe.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
And you know what we're doing in professional wrestling? We're taking over. That's what we're doing. No, I don't like corn. For some reason, I had this.
That's a tweet.
I had
tweet
this-
that just came up here. Do you
Somebody
like corn?
decides to tweet me and ask me if I like
allergic
corn.
to it. He's
I don't
allergic
like
to it.
corn whatsoever, actually. I like green beans. I like my greens.
The green vegetables.
Makes me nice and muscular for all you ladies at home
JT Dunn over the
on
weekend.
the Raynham channel.
Over the weekend, you were involved in a ladder match at Genesis 11, the 10th
I knew he was
anniversary
gonna
of
bring this
PWF
up.
Northeast Wrestling. You lost something. What happened? Triplicious took something of yours.
He's a criminal.
He's a thief. We were in the heart of Providence. That's where we were.
Right.
And I got robbed. In a ladder match, Triplicious, the OG, decides he was going to bring his A game and take away my Lightning Cup. Well, you see, Triplicious, here's the negative side for you. It took you to bring everything that you had to be on the best performance of your life. And you won the Lightning Cup championship. I underestimated you.
For the second time, by the way.
Shut your mouth.
But you didn't have me on your side either.
Exactly. I didn't have.
You had quite a night yourself there, Monroe.
Whoa, we're not done talking about me
Go
yet.
ahead.
This is
keep
about
talking,
him, not me, Caleb.
Anyways, you are right. I did lose my Lightning Cup championship, but I will get it back. Now that I have the endorsement and my insurance policy, the bulldozer John Monroe. Now, as you can see, he has this beautiful scar on his head, and I say it's beautiful because it reminds him of what he likes to do to people, and that's rough them up. Why don't you tell them what you endured this weekend?
Well, that dog collar match with John Poe, he really took me to the limit. I thought I had it won. He roughed me up pretty good. I got bloodied, bruised. But I'm here. I'm here for
He's
you.
here.
I'm
He
here
is
for
here.
you.
And we had a few more tweets come through. My favorite wrestler is Chris Jericho.
What a shock.
And
Someone as
hey,
conceited
Caleb,
as you
this
are.
one's for you. It wants to
Right.
know where babies come from. Because clearly you have no idea about the reproduction system.
Are you done?
Nope. Where do babies come from?
Where's Vernon Somoza,
Vernon Somoza.
your agent?
It's good. It's a good question. Vernon Somoza right now is handling some business because
Some NWO business?
some NWO business. He's on official insider business to make sure that things in the festivities for this weekend are set because I have the privilege of wrestling Taka Suzuki this weekend.
Okay.
So when I'm done knocking him out, Vernon Somoza has to make sure we have a place to go and party at.
Well, make sure you leave plenty of room for Jason Blade for.
Oh, I
Suzuki
have
March
no
23rd.
doubt. I have no doubt that there's going to be a lot left of Taka Suzuki. He's a great athlete. Taking nothing away from Taka or Jason Blade. I'm actually thoroughly excited to be able to watch their rematch because their first match, whew, they beat the crap out of each other, and I want to see the second one.
Now, earlier in the program, we just got a tweet here. Someone's asking about JT Dunn. Someone talked about you earlier in the broadcast. That was Jason Blade. Had some choice words for you, JT Dunn. How do you react to that? What's your response?
There's two ways I can approach this situation. One, we can go find Jason Blade right now.
He left.
Me and John Monroe.
He's gone.
Shut your mouth.
He's on the highway right
It
now.
doesn't matter. I can still find him.
Probably went to an Applebee's.
We
and
can
he's on his
find
way
him.
home.
We can find him and handle the situation. Or do it the respectful way, because I'm full of respect. Jason Blade, he's been doing this longer than I knew what professional wrestling was. And I have nothing but the utmost respect for what he does and the performances he puts on. I was actually there to see him wrestle Steve Corino, and it's hands down one of the greatest performances I've been able to see with my own two eyes, live and in person. Jason Blade had some great things to say about me, and I sincerely appreciate it. And it's reciprocated. Jason Blade, you are a tremendous athlete. You've done things in wrestling that I hope and dream about doing.
Like losing to Steve Corino.
No,
Sorry,
actually,
Jason Blade, but
actually,
I would love to see you get beaten by Steve Corino, JT Dunn. That'd be great. It's a humbling lesson for you, losing to the king of old school.
I want to
the
punch
king of
this
new
guy in the
school.
face. Can we do that? Is there violence on this TV? Can I punch this guy in the face? Because it's kind of what
Won't
I
make
want
me
to
any
do.
prettier, JT
It's
Dunn.
oh God, surgery couldn't make you prettier. But Jason Blade, I would love the opportunity to be able to step in the ring with you and to show you what exactly it takes for me to say the things that I do. I have the confidence to back it up, and I've been mastering professional wrestling. So I would love the opportunity to get in the ring with you and to show you what I'm about and prove to you that I'm no joke, that just because I'm young and I might have a cocky, arrogant attitude inside of me, shut your mouth. That I can beat you. I can go toe-to-toe with Jason Blade.
And what would exactly happen in the ring with Jason Blade?
Oh, I'd knock him out. Clean.
Oh, you'd knock
I'd
him
knock
out.
him out.
You'd knock him out.
He might dance around a little bit, but I'd knock him out. That's what I do, as I knock people out, in case everybody didn't know. with this right here, or
KO
Yeah.
Kid.
or this right here.
Hit him with the juice pop, that dirty fist you have with that thing.
KO
over it.
Kid.
There. That's what it is. Or I like to call it the MLK.
Hey,
my
hey,
Martin
hey,
Luther
wait,
King
wait,
punch.
wait.
Hey, John, give me a mic for a second, buddy. Yeah,
Look who's here.
I thought he was on the highway. You
I
lied
thought
to
so
me.
too.
This guy.
Kosher? Is this kosher?
Yeah,
worry
you,
about
you
it,
just
big
stand
man.
right there,
Looks
man.
like someone got a
If things get out of hand,
don't worry about it, big man.
grab him by his
right
throat.
there, yo. Hey, JT, what's up, brother?
how are you,
Been
Mr.
hearing,
Jason Blade?
You know, it just so happened that that I didn't leave, and you know.
Yeah, you're
I'm
a liar. Not only you are a terrible host, but you're a liar.
Let me just stand up. I don't want to turn my back to the big man here, but I'm sorry. Did you just say you would knock me out? Is that what you said? Is that what you said? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that not what you just said? Did you just say that you would knock me out?
Jason Blade, you see, friend, sir, amigo, compadre, muchacho, not only would I knock you out, I'd probably erase some history in your life.
Erase history of my life.
Yeah, you see, there's some things that you've
The only
done
deal,
that I make you forget.
see, the only history that would be made was your career, because you'd be in the ring with Jason Blade. Let's get that perfectly straight, because let's make it clear. Who can you say that you've beaten? Who can you say that you've stepped into the ring with? You've never, ever been in the ring with Jason Blade.
You're right. Not yet.
So why don't we make that happen?
Let's do it.
All right, guys.
I wish we had a ring right now because
All
I'd
right,
knock you out
guys.
right now.
Let's do it right now.
We're
Let's
on
not
live
get
TV.
out of
We're ready
hand,
to do it. I'll knock
guys.
you out right now.
do it. Let's do it.
I'll
Anytime
do
you're
it
ready,
right now. I'm not
put your
afraid of you,
hands on me.
Jason Blade.
Guys, let's take it easy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to clean this mess up over here.
This is a favor for somebody, and this old time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Full Spectrum Wrestling, Friday night, March 23rd, Corky Road Club, Fall River, Massachusetts. Look us up on Facebook, Full Spectrum Wrestling, for Caleb Seltzer, for TJ Richter, for this whole panel, the Juice, Bulldozer. We will see you guys next time. Oh, man. Ridiculous.